Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. This is the card we're going to be making today. It features my favourite flower, tulips. I just love them, don't you? And they're in this gorgeous Highland heather, so let me show you how I did it. Can't wait for tulip season, I really can't. Just want flowers. I'm tired of winter. We've got snow here in North Lincoln. I'm filming this on the 10th, 11th of February, and it's full of snow and I want flowers. So I'm making some myself. This is a stamp set, Timeless Tulips. It's gorgeous and it has the matching punch that you'll see later. So I have things started up in my stamp apparatus, and I'm going to stamp, as I said, in Highland Heather. So I just ink up my stamp. There we go. And I'm just going to give everything a clean as I go along, but I want to reposition it and I don't want to get ink where I don't want it. So I'm going to have it again overlapping roughly around there. And ink up again and come down, give it a good press like that, clean, and then I'm going to go on the other side like something like that'll do. Pick it up with the lid. And then ink up, down again, lovely jubbly. Okay, so I'm going to take that out for a second, set that aside, and I did have a scrap here of Whisper White. Where is it? Here it is. And I'm just going to give this a clean. There you go, clean enough. And I'm going to stamp this once more on this piece here of Whisper White, just in the corner there. You'll see there's method to my madness. And ink up again. Okay, that's lovely. So now we can give this a final clean and we're finished with this stamp. Okay. And we're done with the, no, we're not done with that. We're going to stamp our sentiment while we've got stuff out. And this is the sentiment that says get well soon. So I'm just going to make sure everything's lined up properly. I just think I'm going to stamp this down here somewhere out of the way. You can obviously use whatever sentiment you want. But I've got a ton of birthday cards, so it's good to have a little variety of cards in for all situations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out this get well soon bit just roughly here. I know I'm going to cut that better with my trimmer, but I don't want it to stamp and then not be able to cut that out properly. And you'll see why in a minute. So I'm just going to clean up this stamp. And you can see what I do before I put things away, and so I don't lose them, I just stick them on top of the case like this, and then I haven't lost them, and I can put them all away. Now we're going to stamp this leaf. Okay, and we're going to stamp it down here somewhere. Okay, put our magnet on, try and hold everything in place. And we're going to use old olive ink this time for the leaf. Give it a good press. Lovely. Ugh. How come, however big a space you start with, everything just seems to close in on you every single time. So all I'm going to do is move my lid up one rung. So therefore I don't have to reposition the stamp. I can just keep on stamping. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. And again. And now the last one. Yeah, I need 4 leaves, that works out perfectly. And this is the beauty of the Stamparatus. Lovely, so now I can bring this back down here. Give this mess a clean up. I definitely made a mess. However hard I try, I always get ink on my lid. Okay, so now we can set that aside as well and bring back our base piece, which is this. I just dropped something on the floor. There we go. And now I'm going to use my stem, and one side of the stem should be thicker than the other. Sometimes not so easy to see. And I'm just going to put the stem on. So all I'm going to do now to do that is move my piece of paper further up, and we're just going to arrange this however we wish. Because it is photopolymer, you can actually twist things a bit. Okay, I'm lining it up with the line at the top of my grid paper so that I know where to put it. Okay, that's one. And then clean the mess up. Okay, and I was just checking my camera because it's been flashing at me that the battery's not charging, but I was worried it wasn't filming, but now it's stopped flashing, so that's always a good sign. It's because I haven't done any filming in ages actually. I've done a lot of designing. I've actually got 14 projects to film today, and this is the first, so I'm going to be knackered by the time I'm finished. Okay, and then one last stem to do. But you know, sometimes you just don't feel like doing something, so I really didn't feel like filming, so I just kept on making things, and now I've got a ton of projects to film. I've actually got all the projects for the whole of March to film. And we're only, as I said, on the 11th of February, but I'm actually quite happy in many respects to be so far ahead that I don't need to worry in case something happens and I can't work. So I have then all my projects done. Okay, and that should be the last of the stamping, so close up that ink pad. Indeed it is. Okay, so we're all cleaned up and everything's stamped. So it's time to do some cutting. So we're going to first start cutting out our sentiments. So I've got my trimmer here, and here's our sentiment, and we're just going to cut this out. Let's see, I tend to just do this by eye, deciding how much I want off. I'm just using some post-it note tape. You can use some washi just to hold it all in place while I cut. There we go. That worked out quite well. So put the trimmer away. I'm going to bring back all of this, and here is our tulip builder punch, and I'm just going to separate these pieces here so that when we punch we don't accidentally punch something we don't want to. Okay, and I'm going to get my post-it notes that are a bit too far away. There you go. Okay, so let's punch this, and we need to take some of this bottom bit out as well. Okay, just threw that on the floor by mistake, but hey ho. I'll clean it all up when we're finished. Okay, so now we need to try and get this in, and I've left it too short. So this is a trick. If you have your like this. Your piece is way too short to go in the punch. Then just put a piece of post-it note tape in, and this gives you your handle. And this makes the whole thing so much easier to manipulate. Means you can still use up all those scraps to punch on, but you don't have to faff trying to get them in and out the punch. Okay, so everything is punched out without any more mishaps. So now we can get to assembling. So let's stick down our piece of Whisper White. And I don't think I ever mentioned that this is a piece is 14.35 centimeters by 10. I'm just going to put this down here. Like that. And then let me see what I did so I can see which ones I did what. Let's get our centre in before we have a problem. And I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna pop this one actually up. I was just checking what did I pop up before and what didn't I. So get that done like that. And now all of this stuff I did pop up, I know that. So let's get some dimensionals out. Here they are. And our mini ones as well. Let's put some dimensionals on the back. So now we can start sticking everything down. Now, the reason I stamped all 3 tulips here was to get placement, even though we're going to cover one up. If I had where the centre one was, then I knew where I put the rest. So just like that. Okay, and then we are going to put some leaves on like that. Okay, so let me just get rid of these backings, and I tend to just pick up my grid paper and something sticking to it, and then just tip it into the bin like that. And that way I seem to be able to capture most of them. Okay, so now we're going to make a little bow. We're going to use some ribbon, and the ribbon I'm going to use is this one. It's the gorgeous grape ribbon. I'm just going to pull out our glue dots out. Couldn't live without my glue dots. Trying to find the end. And tighten it up or something. Yeah, it'll do. Put these away. And then I have here, these are gorgeous. Look at these, look at these, look at these. Aren't they just so pretty? These are our pastel pearls, and I'm going to use one of these here and put it just there, and then I am finished. So, pretty tulips. I love my tulips. They are my favourite flower. I cannot wait to see them this year. I want spring so badly. I've had enough of winter. I've had enough of snow and cold and grey and wet and yuck. I want bright sunshine and beautiful flowers. So here's to dreaming about lovely sunshine and flowers. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know. And don't forget to subscribe to future videos. If you want any more information about this project, links to my the supply list, you know, measurements, etc. It'll all be on the blog post, and that's on my website, and the links to that and all my social media links are in the description box below. That includes a link to my Facebook group where I host a monthly online car club. You can find the details about car club on my website, but do come to our group and check us all out. We're a lot of fun. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye!